don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is the wrong set for that film. Hello Marvel fans, welcome to a Smurpy video, and today we are looking at Marvel Studios Cinematic Universe Phase 3. So just before I take the wrapping off, I just wanted to show this little bit which says 5 film collection, plus collectible art cards and posters, plus bonus disc. Okay, so here it is out of its shrink wrap, and what clearly looks like, I guess, a time stone, if I'm correct. On the outside, which is pretty cool, very nice. I wonder, I guess, phase 3 part 2, so you have what, 4 Infinity Stones, I guess, out of the 5. Yeah, that sounds right, unless I'm talking gibberish. So we got some lovely art on the front of our characters, and collector's edition, Captain America Civil War, which is my favorite, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, and for Ragnarok. So let's look at the side, the usual standard side, which you would expect for ages 12 and above. And just confirm this is the Blu-ray version. Probably should have said that at the beginning. And this is basically the whole contents, which is quite nice. And then just pretty much saying, we hope you enjoy the film. And then some jibbly stuff. Plus a special Marvel 10th Anniversary, The Rise of an Avenger bonus disc featuring 14 character featurette, so that's pretty cool. So I will jump on the Xbox and show you that as well, which is something new that I'm doing. So like the previous phase box sets that we got, it comes apart, and then inside it's got this lovely kind of book kind of, I guess, theme. That's how I see it anyway. This box set obviously has 5 films in, whereas the previous 2 have had 6. So, but I guess if you're looking at the films that are coming out that they're going to finish phase 3 with, it's probably about the same. So another 5, which so hopefully towards the end of next year we'll get the second half of this phase 3 box set, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I just wanted to say, this is just cardboard. Basically, it is sturdy. However, when you're connecting it, always be careful, because you've got this kind of inside this. I'm trying to just be careful, because I think if you take it out too many times, you're not being careful. I think if it could become very fragile, and you could end up ruining a very, very nice set. So the front, you've got the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is pretty cool. It's nice to see these guys get some love, as well as the usual main characters. And I'm digging the green theme. It seems to look really, really nice. And then this side you've got the 4 Valkyrie and Loki, which is pretty cool, and it seems to work really well. And then you do that, and you got a really nice thing. I'm not sure you would ever display it like this. Doesn't make sense, but it's very nice. Very nice that it all kind of connects, I guess, the word I'm looking for. Inside you've got Doctor Strange. I guess no room for Spider-Man, but that's cool. You can only have 1 character on the inside, and this is just confirming the films that we know are inside. It's very cool. And the disc, so Civil War, Captain America, in this nice little green background, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, and for Ragnarok. And the bonus disc, watch immediately. This self-delivery Blu-ray disc will self-destruct in 30 seconds. And then underneath you got the rest of his cloak. Okay, so you got this little kind of pocket here, which is quite nice. And within that you have Marvel Universe Phase 3 Part 1. In this lovely green kind of outfit. Open immediately. I'm going to do that off screen. And inside you got the postcards. On the original 2 phases, if you brought the 2 phases, basically putting all the postcards in reverse created a massive Thanos, but on this one we're not so lucky in that respect. So here's a little close-up. There we go. Very nice. I do dig these little postcards. Very well thought of. You also get posters, which are A4 size. This is Doctor Strange one, obviously. They're pretty cool. We're getting this little extra, but it's nothing that anybody's going to really want to do anything with, in my mind. I guess if you've got a big enough room, you could put the Phase 1s, Phase 2 and Phase 3 up on a wall and have a really nice, I guess, shrine for the Marvel cinema universe. Here's Captain America one, so you got Tony and Cap there, and then the supporting cast, and it was a really good cast and a really good film. Then we've got the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which is probably one of my favourite films in terms of the right amount of comedy versus the right amount of action, and it's quite a serious film if you actually look beneath the lines, the whole father putting a tumour in your mum's head. It's kind of crazy. Okay, and then we've got the Spider-Man Homecoming poster, and Spider-Man, the film, was probably my least favourite of them all. He didn't really feel like the Spider-Man that I knew struggling. I've been reading Spider-Man for decades. I think the only time that I felt it when he was trapped under rubble and he had to dig deep to push him out, and it reminded me of when he was fighting Dr. Octopus underneath an underwater lair, and he got trapped like that, pretty much in rubble, and the water's rising, and he had to once again dig deep. So I think that was the only time they captured certain moments, but for me, it just felt too Avengers for me. I would have preferred the less Tony Stark interactions, it had that whole vibe, and Spider-Man wasn't like that in the beginning. Okay, I loved the film, except for everybody seemed to be a comedian in it. It's got a little bit too comedy, if that makes sense. And it didn't really feel like an actual film in terms of actually what 4 is written like in the comics. I know it's meant to be different, but it just didn't feel right. But in terms of how they had the characters in there, they had a whole Planet Hulk bit in there. It was magnificent. Let's be honest with you. It was a real adventure from start to finish. So I'm not complaining about the film. I loved the film, but there was just bits of it that weren't really 4, if that makes sense. Okay, so we got the bonus disc starting up, which is very cool. That's very nice to see all the characters there. It's a pretty good start. Damn, I could listen to this music all day. Very small Marvel Studios sign there. That's very sweet. Okay, so it's got a featurette section. Iron Man, Black Widow. Got a Thunder. Oh, it's got quite a few. Okay. Is that all? That seems to be all. I've not expected much more, I guess, but it's been quite cool. You're a man who has everything. It's only a couple of minutes, so I guess they're just showing this is the character, this is where he started, and this is how he moves on, I guess.
The journey of Iron Man, and frankly the journey of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Got some talking, which is great. So other than the featurettes that are already on the Blu-ray, you've just got this little feature section, which is pretty cool.
When we meet Iron Man, he's not Iron Man at all. He's Tony Stark, and probably the furthest thing from his mind is being a superhero.
Okay, so I got this from Amazon. and it was 34 quid. So in my mind, that's not a bad price, to be fair. It's quite reasonable. I guess the next debate for me is, do I continue buying the rest of Phase 3 in Blu-ray? Or do I just cut my losses and wait till towards the end of next year? I mean, I'm going to see Miss Marvel in the cinema, and I'm going to see Avengers 4 in the cinema. So, you know, and they're going to come out, and then there's probably going to be Phase 3 Part 2 released, I guess, around the same sort of time next year. So, I would probably suggest, from my perspective, I probably am going to wait. The only thing I was gutted about is I put off watching Ant-Man and Wasp, so no spoilers, please, because I don't know anything. And I actually ended up missing it at the cinema. I was quite annoyed at myself that I put it off for so long, and then all of a sudden it wasn't on. It was like it came, it went, it wasn't a big deal. That makes sense. And I loved the first Ant-Man, and I expect great things from the second Ant-Man. Okay, and here you can see I put Phase 3 in the middle here, but you can see it next to Phase 1. And then Phase 2. So you see what I can mean. You have to be careful with the boxes when you're taking them out, etc. So you probably know what's on each one, but in case you don't, there they are for Phase 1. There they are for Phase 2, and then just back to Phase 3. Here is the three of them in ascending order. So it actually looks really nice like that, you know. If I had plenty of room, then, you know, there are other displays options than just putting it on your DVD shelf. Because, you know, you can imagine when you get Phase 3 Part 2, and then we start getting Phase 4 at some point, the possibilities are endless. And I love the thought of what are we going to see when we get to Phase 4, etc. This is how I'm probably going to end up putting it anyway. In general, this is how it will probably look. I guess it makes sense. 6 films, 5 films, and then there's going to be another 5 films, you know, doing one box set of 10 films. It is going to be, you know, like that. It is going to be a big box. So I guess I can kind of understand why they've come from this point of putting it like this. Plus, obviously, we've got to think that they're doing this from a business sense. They're here to make money, as well as obviously give us great box sets. So, but it looks really nice. And like then the back. One thing I will say, you know, this is a glorious set. Is I am glad that they've not done anything with the postcards, because that could have really been something epic. So this is what Phase 1 had in its package, and then that was the poster. If you got this, and then you got the Phase 2, you would get to make a great big Thanos. So yeah, a little bit of a shame, I guess, is the word I'm looking for, but it's not a deal breaker. I mean, you know, it's not like I've got the postcards out of this and I'm doing anything with it. And also it came with posters as well. So these two came out together last year, which was really nice. They literally came in the same package. So I have got reviews of them, closer reviews, if you want to check them out, from about a year ago. It's just the back again, just so you can see it again if you want. Okay, so just to wrap it up, you know, I really love these boxes. You know, I love things that are contained and they look smart and they look good on the shelf. That's what I've kind of always been about, to be fair. Smart looking items that look really nice. So for me, this is a no-brainer getting Phase 3 Part 1. It's got 5 films on it, 5 good quality films. These are probably some of the best films that have been released in the Marvel Universe as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, I probably don't really need to say no more. It's nice set to add to your collection, anyone's collection. And if you're just starting out, you just want to watch some Marvel films, this is a great place to start. You can get 3 phases or 2.5 phases. Bam, you got all you know, 17 films. I could be wrong. 17 films. Yeah, 17 films and 3 bonus discs as well. So thank you for watching. Follow my page, SmurredP. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching and embrace the geekiness. Good night, good day, take care, goodbye.